In the previous videos, we talked about data that could be problematic when loading into your processing or review tool. In this video, we should talk about data that could be problem during review or productions. Now, we are going to get technical on this one, so get ready and let's start. First type of data that's going to be a problem are proprietary file types, like accounting files or some kind of file types that processing software doesn't know how to process and extract metadata from. For those, you have to download native file and try opening it with a software that's designed to open them. The other thing you could do about accounting software files is you can go to a client and ask them to use accounting software to export either reports that are interested for the date range or dump data out to Excel and then load those into review system. Next problem file types are system files. Yes, when you load them, you can denist your data set, but you're still going to get some DLLs and exe files make it in, especially if you're loading like a forensic image of somebody's C drive. What you have to do there is educate reviewers in identifying system file types or possibly flagging them and letting somebody with some tech experience confirm that those are in fact system files. One more system/proprietary file type that causes some issues are the jar files. Those are the Java files that contain source code, and those are actually zip files and they're being expanded, and there are lots and lots of little Java files, and reviewers get confused quickly, like, what is this? What's going on here? And that's another file type that tends to cause a problem during review. Another thing you can get on your review system are viruses. Yes, viruses. One of the things software manufacturers recommend when processing is to turn off your antivirus. That's how they're able to claim all those amazing gigabytes per hour when they're trying to sell you that software. And when you turn the antivirus off, you're going to ingest viruses. So Word files with malicious macros, any kind of exes or screensaver-like files are going to make it into review system. So what you want to do is make sure your reviewer computers have antivirus installed and turned on, so it's able to catch those files and not infect their computers and the network. One of the really annoying things I've seen is when corporations have some kind of content management software running on their servers. For example, there's a software that will scan email server and it's going to delete old emails, or maybe it'll try to take attachments and remove them from emails to save space on the email server. And what happens there is you get your PST or NSF file, and attachments could be missing. They could be replaced with a placeholder saying this attachment has been archived, or they could just be sort of like a picture of attachment. When you click, nothing happens. The worst thing I've seen with corporate email exports is when the emails aren't exported as individual emails, but as an attachment to a dummy email. I don't really know why it happens, but what you get is an email that doesn't actually has any information, and the real email is an attachment to that stub email, and then the attachments to a real email follow below that. I don't know why they do that, but that's just what I've seen a number of times, and that causes all kinds of issues during review, because sort date now is coming from that stub email, and your families include that extra email. So what you have to do is delete that top level email, fix your family identifier, fix your sort date, and then you can work with your data properly. Another thing that causes problems, Lotus Notes non-email databases. In Lotus Notes, you can create any kind of databases that would just store your regular documents, like project tracking software or something else, and those don't usually translate well into a review system. All the metadata fields get dumped into one field, and the print view looks a little odd. So if you're going to image it for production, you may not like how it looks. The only workaround I found, if there are only a couple of responsive documents, client can go to the original Lotus Notes database, print it out to PDF, send it to us, and we can load it into the review tool. A couple of little things that cause issues during production are using emojis or special characters in file paths. Some clients ask for a PDF deliverable in a structure that mirrors the original data. And if the source data coming from like a Mac where somebody was really into emojis and they would use that in the file name and file paths, you're gonna have issues there. I haven't found a good workaround for that. And the last thing we're getting better at, but still not perfect, are really, really wide tables. People take Excel or tables from Word and paste them into email. So your email is like this, and then you have a table that just sticks out all the way to the side. And when you try to image it, it gets cut off to the side. Some software has been really good at either automatically increasing the size of a page or wrapping the table around, but not all of them are good. So this will depend on what software you're using. If you're not able to image those documents properly, what I suggest you do is send client a list of those documents and ask them whether you should produce those in native with a placeholder or produce them cut off. And if the other side feels like there's something important there, they could request for a native file later. All right, I hope that was not too boring and maybe you got some useful information from this. If I missed anything, let me know in the comment section below.